Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I wanted to talk about the new additions with Major Update 36, Song of Blazing Glory. Now, of course, there is the banner with Christiane and Suzette, and the Echoes of Light has the skins for Suzette, Christiane, the previous banner, which was Mew and Epsilon, and then finally it has Florentia's bunny skin and Tsubame's catgirl skin. So a pretty decent selection of skins if you don't like the Suzette one, for example. That's only for those who get Echoes of Light, of course. In the store, there is a skin for Clairette. I previously mentioned how this is actually a very nice skin, but Clairette is not exactly a meta hero anymore, and for whatever reason, she has a whole bunch of really good skins. So I'm personally not going to pick it up. In the first place, I already got her Macho Lotto, so it doesn't make any sense to grab this skin as well. Gift pack wise, it's fairly standard. There is the huge Trinity voucher box as well as a lucky summoning chest for those who are interested in getting more draws. There's also this new glowing pouch of the Abyss that gives you Gold of the Abyss. And the Gold of the Abyss is used in the new Secret Realm game mode, Kingdom of the Aurora. So this mode is basically in every zone you have to clear 3 fights, and the 3 fights are linked in the sense that I believe you can only use their heroes once in each section. So you're gonna have to bring multiple different parties to clear these battles. But yes, the battles will give you Gold of the Abyss and so on, so that you can get the Covenant rewards and whatnot. So I'm just going to be clearing those later today. I just don't have the time right now. And it seems, from what I've seen, there's various modes you can use it in. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure you can use the Covenant in Eternal Temple, but also in other modes. Like, it seems like even in Arena, for example, when I click Challenge, sometimes I see people with the Covenant icon. So it seems like it provides some passive stat buffs to players as well. Unfortunately, all the players I have right now, none of them have the Covenant icon right now. But it seems to provide some extra stat buffs to your heroes for PvE content in various shapes and forms. The next thing to mention is the Secret Realm store. So, 2 new pieces of equipment, one for Ares and one for Yulia. The Ares helmet will allow him to do 30% additional damage if he has a fusion power effect, which is the faction buff unique effect. So this only applies to normal attacks, meaning you have to get into melee combat. So for something like Wind Whisper with Ares, this will not work. But certainly an interesting choice. I'm not sure it's better than the existing choices like applying Cannot Be Healed on enemies or applying plus 20% damage increase on allies, given how often Ares uses Wind Whisper. But it's certainly a viable option. As for Yulia, Yulia's helmet has the effect where as long as she triggers dying and then reviving, she will gain the following buff for her next turn. Before entering battle, deals fixed damage to enemy equals 2 times her int and restores health equals to 2 times her int. So it's an armor, so it's actually a really good piece of gear for her. They're just, yeah, I mean, you can combine it with the Glory of the World to get lots of healing. Right? If you have Glory of the World that heals 10%, and then you have the armor that provides more healing and hit points and so on, it's a great option for Yulia. I'm just not sure I'm going to buy it simply because I don't really use my Yulia anymore. But if you use Yulia, it's definitely a top tier piece of gear for her. Next is about the 3C skills that are unlocked. So there are, of course, the 2 new heroes get their 3Cs, but in addition to that, the 3Cs are for Leonhard, who gets Avatar of the Asura. This is actually really a top tier effect because it allows him to do an AoE and summon an avatar with identical stats to him. And the avatar can obviously use its own skills as well to add damage. So Avatar, of the Asura. AoE combined with a summon. Definitely a very powerful skill. There is Sophia, who gets her 3C, Radiant Glow. So Radiant Glow is very, very similar to Mass Heal. Okay. So Mass Heal will restore health equals to 3 times int and dispel 1 buff. Radiant Glow will dispel 2 debuffs rather than just 1, and also heal for the same amount, 3 times the caster's int. But it also has the passive, where buffs applied with the talent cannot be dispelled. So yeah, I mean, it means basically the defense buff she provides and the healing received buff cannot be dispelled. I'm curious if the lost light buffs can be dispelled or not. Not sure. I suspect they can't, but it's important to note, this is not part of her talent, right? So it'll be interesting to maybe test out, but off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. The terminology is pretty vague, the way they use talents. Okay. I'm going to assume no, it can't be dispelled as well, but it would be nice if someone confirmed it with testing. And then the third and final 3C skill that is unlocked with this is... oh my gosh, who was it? I recall the last one is not as important, but I can't really remember who is the last. Oh, I think I know now. It should be one of the tanks. Serena, I think it was. It was definitely an SR hero. So I can't even find my Serena. Okay, let's filter by faction. Giles. There we go. Let's see if it is Serena. It's not. Oh no, it is. Sorry. Spear of Solidarity. So, yeah, not too much needs to be said about it. She is not really a meta hero whatsoever. So, it is like a single target strike skill that replaces her attack with 1.6 times her defense, and it also pushes back targets. And if they're pushed back into another unit or impassable terrain, they get stunned. I don't know. It has 2 range, so it's with the melee soldiers participating. So it's definitely not a bad skill. It's just she's not really a character that is used very often, you know? But there we are. So I think that is pretty... oh no, there is one last thing. And the last addition is Hilda gets her confession seat. Let's see. When did I begin courting her? How the heck would I remember? Let's just guess. Wrong! Scarlet Imager is nothing more than a beautiful woman in your eyes. Are you unaware of the sweet punishment that awaits you for committing such an error before me? If you don't want to become a scarlet stain, you better take this seriously. The correct answer is contained in this letter. If you answer incorrectly again, don't expect me to forgive you a second time. Sure. The sweet lashes of my whip. Oh God. Licking the blood of my enemies has become an even more delightful activity. How would you like to become my captive? Such an adorable and special captive. You would be my first. Let's see. Perhaps I could even give you some special exclusive training. Now I bet you're excited. Your destined master? Wow.
不思議ね。私、あなたに対して強い渇望を感じるの。あなたが私の捕虜になればいいのよ。そうすればあなたと二人きりの世界に行けるわ。どう？ いい考えじゃないかしら?
No. Alright, so that should be all the additions with this update. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.